This is a 2011 Hyundai Tucson. These cars are well known for the multitude of electrical problems that they can have. This one has no driving seat. What does this have to do with electrical problems? Well, the problem is this driver's seat reclined back into a reclined position, and then it would not come back up. So we pulled it out of the car. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can troubleshoot this issue and temporarily restore the seat back to an upright driving position. So the seat is held down into the floor pan of the car by 4 bolts. They're 14mm bolts at the corners of the rails, and it helps to have an impact to remove these bolts. You have some connectors down underneath the seat that you have to disconnect. There's one for the airbag, one for the seat belt, and this is for the power seat controls. And they can all be disconnected pretty easily. There are 4 electric motors in the seat. This is the motor for the back and forth. This is the motor for the lumbar adjustment. There's a motor up in here for the recline and a motor back here for the up and down. I'm going to test the seat back reclining motor. This is this connector right here. I've disconnected it. I've taken these 2 probes and inserted them into the connector. I have a little power supply right here. It's a jump pack that I'm going to use to supply power to the seat motor directly. And here is a view of how this test works. If I supply power to this motor one way, it will move in one direction. Now if I reverse the power, here I've reversed it, the motor will move in the opposite direction. And this confirms that the motor is good, and I can use this method to get the seat into a position where it's comfortable to drive the car. Okay, so the motor is good. Where is the problem? The problem is with this switch. This is the control switch for the power seat, and it plugs in on the side right here. I'll show you later in the video how it can be removed entirely, as I've removed it here. And we're just gonna replace this switch. We've already ordered a replacement. We're not gonna bother trying to fix it. There may be some methods of opening it up and fixing whatever is wrong inside, but with that done, it would just be a ticking time bomb, something that we have to go in again and fix a second time. So we're just going to get a brand new one to replace it. So the switch mounts to the plastic surround or trim. This entire trim can be popped right off of the frame of the seat, and then the switch has 3 bolts in the back that hold it into the plastic trim. You undo them and the switch is off. I'll provide a link in the video description for where you can purchase a replacement switch, brand new authentic Hyundai switch at a very affordable price. Here's a closer look at the trim and the clip system that holds it in place. You see these are spring clips in these positions surrounding the seat, and you can just pop them out with some direct pressure. They'll pop right out of their slots on the seat frame. I've put the seat back in. It's in a relatively comfortable position, reclined position for driving. I'm just going to leave it there until the new switch arrives. When the new switch comes, I'm going to plug it in right here where it goes and put the trim back on, and we'll be good to go as if nothing happened. By the way, everything I've shown you here could be done without removing the seat from the car. It'd be a little bit more difficult and cramped, of course. The new switch has arrived, so I'm going to plug it in and test it. This is the part number, and as I've said, I'm going to include a link to this part in the video description, so keep an eye out for it. Okay, so now let's plug it in and see if it works. You can see the seat reclining. See if it comes back, and it comes right back up. So we're good to go. So there, it's all been reassembled. And in case you're wondering about these switch covers, they pop right off. You just put a little screwdriver behind them and pop them off, except for the rear one. That one stays with the switch. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and you find it useful. This problem is relatively common in these cars, and now you should know how to deal with it should the situation arise.